In the long, treacherous shadows of the post-Ferguson era, many have worn the red shirt. But only one has carried the crushing weight of a fallen empire on his shoulders. Bruno Fernandes, more than just a playmaker, he is the very pulse of Manchester United's painful reconstruction, a man whose vision sees through the fog of mediocrity to find a path to glory. As we enter the 2025-26 campaign, the Portuguese maestro remains a freak of nature, shattering David Beckham's legendary assist record while serving as the emotional anchor for a club that has forgotten how to stay steady. To understand United's decade of chaos, you must first understand the man who refused to let the fire die. Since that cold January in 2020, Fernandes hasn't just played football. He has manufactured miracles, averaging a direct goal contribution at a rate that defies logic. With over 100 goals and 100 assists in 300 appearances, these aren't just numbers for a midfielder. They are the hallmarks of an elite predator. Look at the current season: 7 goals and 16 assists in just 27 games. Surpassing Beckham is no small feat. It is a declaration of WAR against the history books. Bruno is the brain, the lungs, and the soul of this Manchester United side, operating in a tactical dimension that few can even comprehend. He is a tactical chameleon, dropping deep to ignite the play, charging forward to lead the press, and delivering those lethal, line-breaking passes that turn a dull afternoon into a symphony of destruction. In a revolving door of managers and players, Bruno remains the only constant. Leadership isn't just a captain's armband, it's an obsession with excellence. Bruno demands the impossible from his teammates, maintaining an intensity that burns bright even when the club's form flickers. He is the standard-bearer in an era where standards have often slipped. When Al Hilal came knocking with a staggering €100 million, the world expected him to chase the gold. But Bruno chose the grind. He chose the reign of Manchester over the riches of the desert, proving that his loyalty to the project is as unshakable as his influence on the pitch. Numbers are the only objective truth in this game, and what Bruno has built at Old Trafford is a mathematical masterpiece. Over 200 goal involvements across 6 seasons isn't the work of a mere midfielder. It is the fingerprint of a genuine superstar who thrives where others falter. These statistics reflect an obsession with consistency, a relentless output that has stayed steady while the world around him crumbled. His class is permanent, his influence is enduring, and his legacy is being written in blood and sweat every single weekend. Football is often distorted by prejudice. People fixate on the frantic arm-waving or the risky passes, but let us be clear. While the critics talk, the numbers scream. There has been one unwavering truth at the Theater of Dreams for 6 years, and it is written in goals. Let us dissect the frightening reality of his data. Averaging nearly 0.7 goal contributions per game for half a decade is an anomaly, a feat normally reserved for world-class strikers. Yet Bruno does it while carrying the burden of the entire midfield on his back. He isn't just waiting in the box for a tap-in, he is the engine, the architect, and the enforcer. Producing over 200 goal involvements in 300 games is a level of sustained brilliance that simply cannot be dismissed as luck. Look across Europe since 2020. The list of midfielders who can match this output can be counted on one hand. Bruno's greatness isn't a flicker. It is a blinding, obsessive consistency that has conquered the most physical league on the planet. Week after week, year after year, he operates at maximum capacity in a league that eats the weak for breakfast. This stability is the ultimate middle finger to his doubters, the definitive proof that he belongs among the gods of Old Trafford. When you stand shoulder to shoulder with legends like Sir Bobby Charlton, you are no longer a player. You are an icon. His work ethic and superior footballing brain have earned him a seat at the table of greatness, far above the petty noise of social media critics. This is the Manchester United DNA: boundless energy, relentless drive, and a refusal to accept defeat. Bruno Fernandes is the living embodiment of that spirit, a leader who doesn't just play for the badge, but defends it with his life. The martyr. He plays with an unquenchable fire, a relentless engine that drives and directs his teammates through every storm. Even when his form flickers, Bruno finds a way to roar back, proving he is the very spine of this club. His resilience is borderline mythical, returning to the pitch just days after injuries that would sideline lesser men for weeks. In this 2025-26 season, we don't just need expensive boots. We need a soul that bleeds for the badge. Bruno is the living embodiment of that sacrifice, defending United with a fanatical devotion that borderlines on the extreme. He is the guardian of the Theater of Dreams. Look at the viral clips. Bruno never stops. He is an assistant coach in a pair of football boots, a conductor who refuses to accept mediocrity from anyone. He is the voice in the ear of every young talent demanding nothing but perfection. He is the mentor to Mainu, the guide for Lenny Yoro, and the architect for Benjamin Sesko's runs. Bruno isn't just playing his own game, he is elevating an entire generation under the steady hand of Michael Carrick, turning individuals into a single, lethal unit. United's history is written in the ink of great resurrections, and that DNA flows through the captain's veins. He may falter, he may tire, he may misplace a pass, but surrender is a word that does not exist in his vocabulary. After every low, he returns stronger. He is the Iron Man of modern football, a concept that has gone extinct elsewhere. In 6 years, he has remained indestructible. Remember the sight of him in a protective boot one day and sprinting across the turf 48 hours later? To Bruno, missing a game is a sin. The 2026 version of Bruno is his most evolved form yet. Gone is the reckless frustration, replaced by a cold, disciplined composure. He sacrifices his own spotlight to ensure Sesko and Mbeumo shine, a playmaker who has finally mastered the art of control. He wasn't born in Manchester, but the way he fights for the shirt has forced the world to acknowledge him as the ultimate icon of the last decade, the polarizing genius that United simply cannot breathe without. The debate over his captaincy is endless noise. Critics point to the gestures, the complaints, the raw emotion. But that is the heart of a leader who carries too much on his shoulders, a man who refuses to remain silent in the face of defeat. The theory that United would be better without him is a myth. If a player truly dragged a team down, 5 consecutive managers wouldn't make him the first name on the team sheet. Ole, Ralph, Eric, Ruben, and now Carrick. They all share one conviction. Bruno must play. He is the only source of consistent creativity. He takes the risks, he accepts the loss of possession because he knows that without his vision, United becomes a harmless machine of sideways passes. He is the spark that ignites the fire. Compare him to the rest. Havertz lacks the bite. Ozil lacked the intensity, Maddison and Odegaard flicker like candles in the wind, while Bruno remains a furnace, burning bright season after season in the most grueling league on earth. Thierry Henry calls him the brain, a conductor who reads space in milliseconds. His latest assists to break Beckham's record are the definitive answer to the petty critics. When you shatter icons, your greatness becomes undeniable. He is not perfect. He is human, flawed, and passionate. But football isn't built by perfect men. It is built by those who make a difference. In a decade of chaos, Bruno has been the only pillar of stability, the symbol of a new era. Bruno Fernandes is the icon this chaotic era deserved, a leader who dragged Manchester United forward when everyone else let go. As we look toward a future under Michael Carrick, one thing is certain. The soul of this club is safe in his hands. Is he the greatest post-SAF signing? Let us know in the comments. Subscribe to BallPulse for more tactical deep dives.